Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Jannu tribe. And we are here at the beaches around the tide pool where we have Mother's Peninsula and the seers of the sea spend most of their time. And it is a very important time in the tribe's history. Everybody is focused on gathering up as many of the different food resources as they can. Thanks to their seer skills, Tagaris and Nami have declared that it is very, very important for the tribe to focus more on having food and less on having a bazillion children to take care of, since it's getting very hard to feed 44 creatures a turn. And it's been really interesting to see what the results have been so far. We've ended up from that mass breeding that we were doing. Kovan, if only you could reach those fish. Why do they have to be so close and so far away? Fishing is so hard. Oh, I'm not a very good fisher at all. But Mother's Peninsula has really been the bed of power once more. We had so many creatures born. If you look in our family tree, it's just exploded with color right now. It's very, very amazing to see. But we're having a hard time feeding everyone. So Nami, who is actually down in the water right now trying to see if they can do any fishing, and Tagaris, who are the oldest of the seer-touched mothers of the the tide pool, have declared that from now on it's going to be very important, due to what they have learned through cracking open the clamshells and studying the tides, for only certain of the children to continue having more children at this point, because otherwise they'll run out of food and resources here on the island. And that may seem a little odd to Takir, but luckily he is seer touched, so he will probably have the opportunity to have many wonderful children of his own. And get away from my berry bushes! We have been under siege lately from bunnies trying to steal the food off of our berry bushes. It's been a little chaotic, and I've been trying my best to defend the berry bushes. And let's see, Honoro. Oh, Honoro's about to pass away! That's so sad, Honoro. Okay, he's gonna come and hang out with Oraoka, and they're going to just sit, and Honoro is going to look over the tide pool in pride at all of the children he has fathered, and at all of the wonderful things that they have done, and how they have really brought the entire tribe and the tide pools in particular back to life. And we're going to have little Takir come over, and one of the last things Honoro gets to see is Takir go ahead and crack open a clamshell and read the signs within. And I think that Honoro will have felt like he's really fulfilled his destiny in sharing the stories of what it means to be a seer of the sea. And now there's already strong children and strong seers. I'm really hoping once little Pulo grows up, he does have seer ability, but he doesn't have the ram horns or the antlers, I should say. So he doesn't have the ability to actually crack open clamshells and read them, but he has the ability to feed underwater, which will be very useful. And breathe underwater. Breathe and feed underwater are like essential to have together. I'm really hoping he and Raciana might be able to have some really awesome, healthy children who can not only wander around and crack open clamshells with seer ability, but also swim down there and just like feed off the bottom, because that may really just change the power of the seers immensely from now on. So that's my big goal over there. And then it looks like little Kiravan, who does have the cracking ability, venomous fangs, looks like he's old enough to start moving out too. So I'm going to go ahead and send Kiravan over towards the far tree. We have 3 trees on the island. We have 1 tree right here, we have 1 tree right here, and we have 1 tree that the forest aspect of the tribe is taking care of right now. And I feel like we've been underutilizing the far tree. It used to just be a pretty place that some of our wandering creatures would go to. So I'm going to send little Kiravan over, and he's going to start working his way over to the big tree. And then Nuta can actually collect these clamshells as food. He just can't like do any reading of it, so he'll go ahead and start working his way over to the tree as well. Vonro just tends to his little spot here with these 2 bushes. And then Kois, I think I was sending Kois up to the north to possibly be a breeder for the forest tribe, but she has water body and short-sighted eyes and gills, and I really don't want to see gills and water body continue in the forest tribe. So I think I'll send her over here to help Anasisi with collecting up all of the nuts, so we can utilize that food source a little bit better. All right, Kuduk, you go ahead and stay there. And then we've got Koalasis, who is actually chasing bunnies. She was helping out with the nuts and with the berries, but I ended up having her chase some bunnies. And then Kanuduk over at the Lost Peninsula is actually a new father once more. So he's going to gather up that bunny meat and then work his way back over to his brand new baby girl. Or baby boy! Excuse me, Kirduk. I didn't see your mane there, Kirduk. Kirduk is quite strong, actually. He's got double claw, he's got ram horns. What can I say? He actually is one of our best fighters out of the entire tribe. It's kind of ironic, but maybe that's the inheritance of Corey, our awesome, like very, very strong. I think she had double claw and she had the hedgehog spiky body. The creature, I'm pretty sure that the Kirduke is a descendant of Corey, if I remember correctly. Is Corey still on the list? There she is. And this, yes, she had Canoe Duke, and then Canoe Duke had Kirduke. Yep. So Kirduke is a descendant of Corey, and I really see it there in the double claws. So he can attack things, and he can do a little fishing, and he can do deep water swimming. Ironically, he's a pretty good swimmer because he has water body, but he can't really do too much more. But I think that Chorus is very proud of her son. He is very, very powerful. One of the most powerful creatures that we have in the tribe so far. And otherwise, she's just watching as Taku continues to play with the bones of the ancestors, as the children of the Lost Peninsula have done for a very long time now. Meanwhile, we saw a Dolomingo recently, which surprised me, and we've been trying out some new breeding experiments way back here with the Dark Forest tribe. And Dark Forest just meaning they tend to hang out in the shadows, primarily because it started with a lot of them looking like these beautiful dark pandas like Toomey here. But we seem to be switching over to a very spotty, very stripy line instead. So we'll have to see where the genetics take us. Over here, Seri has gathered up a bunny. She killed it herself. I'm very proud of her. And Rila can also do some cracking, and her daughter is old enough that we may move her down here to look for clamshells since none of the seers are close enough. So we'll have to see. But alright, so we are actually going to watch as Onoro passes on. He has been amazing. He really brought the Mother's Peninsula back to life. He brought the story of the seers back to life. And now it's just time to let him go and let him join his mother and join ancient ancestor Doli in the tide pool in the sky. So goodbye, Onoro. Jeez, that's sad. Oh, and it started raining. But that's wonderful. It's actually wonderful it started raining because they're now blessed with all of the berries that they need to get the fruit from. What a beautiful thing for Onoro to leave behind. Oh my gosh. And there's a clamshell. So I think that Oraoka would call down to Dakir and tell him there's a clamshell to collect. So Dakir can collect up these clamshells. And we'll have to see what kind of signs he's going to be reading from them in memory. In the wonderful, beautiful memory of Onoro. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my gosh, but I'm really happy that they were able to spend some time together. And Raciana also found a clamshell. Wonderful. And then we have little Pulu, who's old enough to start. What? There's so many clamshells here. He can't read them, but I guess he can collect them and call over Raciana. We'll let her eat the little underwater breathing thing, and maybe they can play in the tide pool together. That can probably be how they bond. All right, and I am so done with these freaking fish. I can never find the fish. I'm no good at the fish. It's very frustrating searching for the fish. Nami, let's just go ahead and send you maybe this way. And I forgot Nami can only swim like one. She's not very fast. Oh my gosh, there they are. I swear, these fish are gonna, oh my gosh. I can't handle these fish. I can't. I'm so frustrated with fish. I'm not very good at fishing. I'm done. We're done. We're going to do underwater breathing and underwater feeding, or we're not going to do the water at all, because I am not going to waste any more time trying to breed up fishers when I am so terrible at it. If you guys have advice on breeding up better fishers, because I think they need to swim fast and be able to fish a lot all at once, then let me know. But I am so done. And Izanasis, I think she's a good explorer. I'm going to go ahead and switch her to being an explorer, because I don't think she has anything in particular that I want to pass on. But Poison Fangs and Claw, maybe we'll send her up north to end up joining that group and end up having some children over there. And then I'll let Kiravan collect these clamshells for food, if nothing else right now. And then Tagaris is getting quite old. She is very sickly. I guess when it rains, you also have the possibility of ending up with sick creatures too. And she's got double immunity, so she's always been a little weak, but she helped to birth what will hopefully be one of the future strongest seers the tribe has ever known. So we're going to send her down here just to kind of keep an eye on things with her daughter. Iskola can actually do a lot of good fishing, and she's pretty strong. So I don't know, I'm going to have to see what I do with her. But man, it is a lot harder to breed for creatures that are strong like I want than I thought it would be. Alright, and then Rila, are you gonna, like, Really, you don't really have any skills I particularly want to pass on, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious to see what keeping I and H immunity in the group might do. So I think, I didn't really want to do that, but I think that Rila just has something about her that all of the males find so just fascinating. She has some sort of confidence, and they're totally enamored with that. All right, so let's see. Who do we need? Jaku is one of our collectors. Again, not really that great in any particular... Oh, there's a bunny! Get the bunny! Oh my gosh, there's bunnies everywhere! Reese, get the bunny! Come on! Oh my gosh, they're just invading all over the place. They're coming for our berries. I'm not gonna let them get them. So many berry stealing bunnies all over the place. Not happening. Not happening. Alright, we'll move over here. And we'll have little Quace. I'm thinking about sending her over to the north. I'm not sure. Or up over to the dark forest to breed with them, and I'm not sure. And Jaku can go find his own berry bush to collect from. Maybe come down here where Orooka is, since Orooka is about to pass away too. And we're starting to gather up a little bit more food. I'm feeling a teeny bit more relaxed about our food resources now that things don't seem to be quite so dire, because we're trying to ease up on how many babies we have. Look at you, buddy! And Taku is old enough to start moving around. I think he's going to go ahead and he's going to start diving off the cliff. He'd just like run straight off the cliff. Probably give Chorus a little bit of concern, but she's used to having like tough as nails, tough as rocks sort of children. So maybe she wouldn't be that worried. And speaking of tough as rocks children, maybe I could encourage Big Body. You two could go ahead and have another child, because I'll let you guys do that, because they are kind of passing on a unique line in the Lost Peninsula. Why is it always boys at the Lost Peninsula, by the way? Have you guys noticed? It's like always boys who are born in the Lost Peninsula. Oh, what's going on over here? Alright, Kuki is still hanging out with his daughter, and he's going to try to fetch a little bit more rabbit for them to share. And then Ana. I'm actually thinking about trying to breed Ana, perhaps with Sansi, or a different male. I just need to have strong babies. I need strong babies. I need babies who are free of having the gill issues. And I need powerful children. So there's Sansi. He does have poison fangs and big body and claw. He doesn't have poison fangs active, but it is something recessive, and they would have pretty healthy children. Ana, I'm going to send you back up. Let's go ahead and let her have this last moment with her father, just collecting up a whole... Oh, there's a berry bush. Just collecting up some food, because he's getting very old and probably won't be around much longer. Meanwhile, Dogdrio is loyally clearing away grass like he's supposed to. And Chet has that A immunity, A and G, which you actually don't see too often. So Chet may end up being a surprise twist in the breeding in our little dark forest too. And then Renar, is there any food over here? Nope. And Renar is kind of like his father figure, took him under his wing, who has been leading him around for quite a while. And we're really starting to clear away the grass, you guys. And I have my rule. Once we're done clearing away the grass, then it is time to move on to the next island. So we need to get to having a lot of healthy, strong babies. Which means, Ravan, I may move you across the way. Would you have healthy children maybe with Isria? Or maybe with Ana. Or what about little Circe back there? Maybe with Circe. Because they would have fishing tail children, which would be odd. But they would possibly pass on that immunity A gene. And the poison fangs, lurks. And then hopefully a ram horned child. So, alright, let's get you across the way, sir. You need to start moving it. And then she's not old enough to have a child yet. So we'll just... And then this little guy is going to hang out with his brother. Or like his half-brother or uncle. Whatever association they have family-wise. And then I think that even though I really wanted Rael and Isria to have a long-winded romance. And in fact, I still do. I just really wish they could have a healthy child. But they had a short-sighted baby. Which isn't going to help me at all, and I have to mark him as just pure explorer, or like no breeder. so I think that we're gonna go ahead, and this is just very early into things, and I think especially because it's a short-sighted child, that would have disturbed Isria, since she wants to really make sure there's healthy children born in the tribe. So I think that she may be very receptive. Sansi is just gonna step forward with an offer of some berries, and Isria is gonna kind of like look around like, I don't know, and then decide just to try out having a child with him instead to see if the babies will be healthier. So sorry about that, Rael, but you didn't toss a healthy baby, so you can't really blame me. All right, and meanwhile, Tsudoku is a very good little berry collector. He's just gonna do what he can do. And then over here we have little Circe, who's going to help out with the berry collecting too. And then Rael will help here. He can gather those up. And then we've got Tumi. She can collect up what she can, and she's about to pass away. So I think she's really happy to see her sister and her little family group have grown so much and really doing so well. All right, so now that all of that is taken care of, I want to go ahead and say goodbye to Oraoka as well. She's just so beautiful. She is just so gorgeous. And so it really is kind of like a sad, formal return to the sea for so many of our creatures today. But I'm really, really glad that we have the chance and the opportunities with them. You never know what the genetics will throw and how that's going to affect the story of everything that's going to happen in our tribes. So rest well, Oraoka. That's always so sad. That's always so sad. Dakir's like cracking open some clamshells now, and I got to think about how sad that is. And what's going on over here? Ah! Oh my gosh. Remy! I can't believe we just had yellow eyes randomly mutate in. Oh my goodness. And otherwise she doesn't have any. She has normal eyesight and immunity eye and yellow eyes and ramhorn secondary and big body secondary. So maybe Remy could have some healthy children, but she is not that healthy of a child herself. And seriously, same thing. They're carrying some very interesting immunities. They just don't have very good looks or very much health themselves. So I don't know. Okay, hang on a second. Rila, you've had an interesting child, so I'm going to say Nutha, he can't stop thinking about you, and like wiggled over to see how you were doing once more. And seriously, you're going to just take care. They've got like the weirdest branch of the Lost Peninsula family over at the waterfall nest now. It just cracks me up. And Nutha just couldn't stop thinking about her, so they're going to have another child. All right, and then let's see. I think we're going to have Dakir, one of our little seers, spend his time trying to collect up those clam shells. And we're going to have Raciana come over and, oh, there's that dead crabbit. She's going to actually eat the underwater breathing fruit, or underwater breathing thing. And then she and Pulo are going to explore the tide pool together, because I think that would definitely be something they would do. Tagaris is about to pass away because she got very, very sick when she was younger. So I think that she would very gently start calling out for some of the family to come on up. And Nami, that means I'm going to have you start swimming up and out. Very frustrating not to be able to do anything useful with Nami because she can't swim. And then Lana Ako, I'll have her come on out. I think she would have been called to stand over and just make sure that little Iskola is not going to be left alone. All right, and then Kovan, who can do some cracking and fishing and swimming. He's got really interesting skills, and he has poison fangs, normal eyesight. I guess we'll keep him around and maybe have him breed with Raciana and see if maybe we can pass on like the air abilities or the seer abilities. So we'll have to see. Yeah, they would actually have healthy children immunity wise because they're both doubled up immunity. So we'll have to see, but I really want to pass on that beak. This beak is what I want the next seer to really have. So I'm going to need to think about it. And I'm just going to let Tagaris kind of rest and watch over the tide pool and watch over her child, because she's about to pass away too. So even though I was so worried about having so many creatures, we're actually about to see a whole bunch of them end up dying off. So, all right. And then what am I going to do with little Isana? I think I was going to have her try to do some fishing and exploring. She's another one of those ones who wasn't really born with a lot of abilities or skills. So all I can do is just kind of move her around and hope for the best when it comes to finding food. All right. And then up here, Reese. Let's go ahead. Reese is an explorer. I should mark him as so. He's got panda ability and immunity A. Short-sighted eyes. It's not great to see that start slipping back into the family though. So he's going to come up and maybe perch himself next to one of the berry bushes. And then I'm going to have, yeah, you're going to collect up from your berry bush. You're going to collect up from your berry bush. You, Jakku, are going to collect up from your berry bush. And then Kunu, I'll move Kunu down here to take over the berry bush that was down over at this spot. All right, and then we'll just kind of scooch everybody around to make sure no bunnies. No bunnies stealing from the berry bushes. All right, everybody good? Everybody's good. Let's kick the tree. We'll get whatever food we can from it. All right, scooch on this side. There we go. And then I've got Kois as another. Oh, she's actually really strong. I really like that. I really like her because she's got a bit of strength. That's from Poison Fangs, Normal Body, and Claw. So I may send her. Maybe I should send Kois over to the boys over here. That's not a bad idea. I'm going to send her towards the Lost Peninsula. And we'll just see what will happen if we add her to the Lost Peninsula genetics for a little while, once the boys become old enough to start having children of their own. Especially now that we have Taku old enough, even though he's short-sighted, to do some swimming in the deep sea. All right, and who do we have here? Who are you? You don't have spit snout. You look like your dad. You look Kanuduk. He even has a name like his dad, Kunu. So he has a little bit of strength from his antlers and from his claw. And he has a teensy bit of fishing, and he has underwater breathing. So they're interesting children, but then there's a no paw on the other side. So I don't think I'll have them have any more children, because it's not really helping us very much with being able to do anything with this tribe. And Kirduk can actually do some fishing too. Whoa, Kirduk, you're still a baby. I'm used to thinking about the Lost Peninsula children able to take care of themselves, but you're still a baby, so stay near. And Chorus will keep you near. I don't know if it's worth it to have Chorus have children, but I'm going to go ahead and just get her pregnant just in case. All right. And then I think that Ana is. Yeah, this is her father's last day together. So, no, be very careful. I don't want them to breed together. That is not what I want. We're going to have them just like peacefully gather some of these berries and spend a little bit of time together. And we are clearing away the grasses at a record pace. So this is like, and then the Griot is going to be very particular. He's going to be like, I missed a patch there. I missed a patch over here. At clearing them all away. Chet is going to be full of spunk and vinegar and just wanting to go around and explore everything too. So let's see, we'll search through here. Nunu is another exploratory guy. Biria is kind of just in charge of gathering up berries. And then finally, Ravan has dragged himself over here. And we had another baby! All right, let's see what kind of baby this is. And this is Kukirkir. And let's see, he actually has double cracking ability from having both nimble fingers. And he's really good at collecting, and he's a teensy bit good at defending himself. But he does not have the skills that we're looking for. However, he does have Violet Eye secondary, and he has normal eyesight. So better than what we were getting, but still not great from Sansi's children too. So Fui, still not getting very strong creatures. I have Big Body in there, and I have Claw in there. Let's try with Ravan. Like, we're hitting a point of mild desperation on Isria's part at wanting to have just healthy, happy children. So I think she's just going to be sitting there, and then another eligible male comes by, and she's desperate to see the forest tribe really become strong like they were wishing to. Oh, and there's a Bun Bun. Can I get the Bun Bun? Nope. Dewey is a peace-loving creature. He will not attack the Bun Bun. Thankfully, Circe is strong enough to do so. And Circe is another one I might start breeding up too. So we'll have to see what we do with her. And let's gather up these nuts and these berries with Taduku. He's so peaceful. Dewey is also very, very peaceful. Just a peaceful panda. Doesn't really want to shake the boat much in life. Taru is another collector. I'm just ending up with like peaceful berry pickers in the section of the tribe I was trying so hard to have aggressive, tough creatures in. Maybe that's just the way it's going to be. It's just the way it's going to be. We're just going to focus on gathering tons and tons and tons of food, and I'm just going to have to accept that I have a tribe full of peaceful berry pickers who are going to try to survive on the third island. Somehow I think that's what's going to happen. I really do. All right, well, we are going to say goodbye to Dagaris next time as well. We're going to have to see when Pulo is going to be old enough to start breeding and hopefully having a powerful seer line born possibly between him and Raciana. And then I don't think Nami's going to live long enough to see if we can pass on the line through her. And then I am just going to have to throw my hands up in the air and admit defeat when it comes to trying to breed up a stronger creature at this rate. And we'll just have to pick the best of the best we have and try moving on to the next island once we finish all of the grasses. So we're almost there, you guys. We're almost there. And this is still one of the most hodgepodgey, undecided, absolutely goofy tribes I think I have ever had. So maybe I should just focus on the seer and that's about it, because it doesn't seem like we're ever going to have a strong creature born. At least not a strong creature if you don't count the Lost Peninsula children, because at least they've got a little bit of attack to them. So maybe Kirduke will end up leading the line. He'll end up breeding in a whole new line to the family tree back here. So we'll have to see. Maybe the Lost Peninsula truly will end up saving the tribe at the next island, like I always secretly suspected they might. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.